How many days have you spent chasing after a life that feels empty? You wake up, go through the motions, and at the end of the day ask yourself, was that really living? Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But how can we truly live if we've never stopped to ask, who am I really? Let's explore what it means to stop wasting our lives, and how you can finally start living it. In the cacophony of modern life, we find ourselves entangled in a web of distractions. Our lives are full of screens, notifications, and empty pursuits. We rush from one task to the next, always looking for the next achievement, the next thing to fill the void. But even as we check off to-do lists and chase success, a gnawing emptiness remains. We feel as though we are drifting through life, caught in a cycle of busyness but never truly living. This is the existential crisis of modernity, the sense that we are wasting our lives. The truth is, many of us are living lives that feel out of our control. We don't know what truly drives us, what brings us fulfillment. We wonder, is this all there is? This nagging feeling of meaninglessness, of drifting, of not being truly connected to our deepest selves suffocates us. We turn to external sources for validation, seeking meaning in fleeting accomplishments, in the applause of others, in distractions. Yet, at the end of the day, we're left with the same question. Why am I still so unfulfilled? Enter Carl Jung, a man who, more than almost anyone, understood the depths of the human psyche. He lived during an age of great upheaval, when many were questioning the meaning of life in the face of war, industrialization, and the decline of traditional beliefs. Jung observed that modern man had become disconnected from his true self. In his quest for reason, scientific progress, and social acceptance, he had lost touch with something far more vital, his soul. Jung argued that the greatest suffering we experience in modern life stems from this disconnection. The individual is caught between the demands of society and the need to cultivate an authentic, inner life. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, Jung once said. Yet, most of us live in a way that keeps us from discovering our true self. We live on the surface, chasing after the expectations of others, constantly trying to prove our worth to the world, while ignoring the inner world that cries out for attention. For Jung, the path to overcoming this sense of wasted life wasn't through external achievement. It was through self-knowledge. He spoke of the need for what he called individuation, the process by which we come to understand and integrate the many facets of our unconscious mind. This, Jung believed, was the key to living a life that felt both meaningful and authentic. Without this process of deep self-discovery, life would remain, at best, a distraction and, at worst, a waste. The turning point in Jung's philosophy and in our own understanding of the human condition comes when we realize that we must stop living for others and start living for ourselves. This is the true breakthrough. The realization that the external world, with all its noise and demands, is not where we find meaning. Rather, meaning is something we must cultivate from within. In his work, Jung pointed out that the more we suppress the darker, less acceptable aspects of our personality, the shadow, the more we will feel alienated from ourselves and from life itself. When we deny parts of ourselves in order to conform to societal expectations, we are, in essence, abandoning our own potential. But when we confront and integrate the shadow, we unlock a deeper connection to who we truly are. This shift in perception that meaning is not something to be acquired, but something to be discovered within, allows us to see life in a new light. We stop chasing after external validation and begin the deeper journey of self-understanding. And in this process, we reclaim our lives from the grip of emptiness. So, how do we begin this journey of transformation? Jung offered several tools for inner work, but the most crucial is the process of self-reflection. To begin understanding yourself, you must first ask, who am I really? And perhaps more importantly, what parts of myself have I been hiding or suppressing? The first step is to confront the shadow, the unconscious aspects of our personality that we tend to deny or avoid. This may involve looking at the darker sides of our emotions, our behaviors, and our impulses. Do we react with anger or jealousy? Do we mask our insecurities with humor or arrogance? These parts of ourselves hold powerful clues about our deepest fears and desires. Jung believed that by acknowledging and integrating these parts, we achieve a more whole and authentic existence. Another vital aspect of this inner work is dreams. Jung saw dreams as the psyche's way of communicating with us. In a world dominated by logic and reason, we often dismiss our dreams as irrelevant or nonsensical. But Jung believed that they were an essential tool for self-understanding. Keeping a dream journal, for example, can help us uncover hidden thoughts and feelings, guiding us towards self-discovery. Through these practices, we can begin to unravel the layers of our psyche, confronting the parts of ourselves we have long ignored or rejected. In doing so, we not only stop wasting our lives but begin the journey of fully living them. Jung's insights are as relevant today as they were in his time. In fact, they may be even more so, given the pressures of modern life. We live in an age where we are constantly told who to be, what to do, and how to act. Social media, consumerism, and the hustle culture encourage us to measure our worth by external standards, by what we own, how we look, and how many followers we have. But this only leads to more confusion and emptiness. The practice of self-reflection, asking deep questions about who we are and confronting the parts of ourselves that we've been avoiding, can help us cut through the noise. Modern therapy, mindfulness, and self-development practices often echo Jung's teachings on individuation. The difference is that today we have tools like meditation, journaling, and therapy to guide us through this process. Perhaps the most important takeaway is this: we must stop looking outside for fulfillment and begin looking within. Take the time each day to reflect, to journal, to explore your dreams, and to confront the parts of yourself that are uncomfortable. In doing so, you can begin to reclaim your life from the distractions and false promises that surround you. In a world that demands so much of us, the greatest gift we can give ourselves is the courage to look within. As Carl Jung wisely said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." The journey toward living a meaningful life is not about finding something new. It is about rediscovering what has always been there. It is a journey of facing ourselves, embracing our shadows, and reclaiming our authentic selves. If this video resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and consider subscribing to join a community of seekers dedicated to exploring the depths of the human experience. Together, we can stop wasting our lives and begin the path to true self-discovery. Let's awaken together.